Welcome to Kohi Beans, the best anime podcast that has ever existed or will ever exist in this universe. I'm Josh,
I'm Alina.
and we out here today.
You're really going with that slightly edited intro every time.
It's not edited, it's not doctored in any way, that's just how I feel.
Okay, I'm glad.
You know, when we first decided to make this podcast, I was like, you know what? There isn't any anime content out there that has what I need.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like we can fulfill that need.
Okay.
And the need is for honest anime feedback. You know, none of this filtered stuff.
I mean, some of them, I think, the ones out there are pretty good, but I haven't watched too many.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of people are so reserved when they want to say like something's they think is bad or something is incredibly good. You know, they try to like remove bias, but I feel like being a fan of something kind of like it implies bias.
Mm-hmm. When you said that, the first thing that came to mind was when I watched Mother's Basement a long time ago, and the first thing was why SAO sucks, and I was like, yeah, I remember that.
That's true.
That was a long time ago.
That's not even that biased either.
No, it's not. That's kind of mainstream, but yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you know,
okay.
I've never seen a Mother's Basement video. Oh, actually, I have. It wasn't really my thing.
It's been a while since I saw one, so I don't know what it's like anymore. But yeah, I watched a couple of the other podcasts out there, and I do like them. Although a lot of them are very thematic, so it kind of depends on what you're looking for that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, sometimes I like it, but sometimes I'm like, what are their opinions on other things? But then that's not, like, the theme of their podcast. So then I'm either going to have to, like, ask them directly, which can be awkward, or just never know. Which is okay, too. You know?
No, that's not okay.
No, it's okay. Sometimes I get a little sad when, I think a series someone might like, and then they're like, nah, I don't like it. And I'm like, oh, that's okay. I mean,
cry.
each to their own. No, I don't cry.
To each their own.
To each their own. Oh,
yes.
Okay, thank you. All right, well, shall we begin our free talk today?
Sure.
All right. Well, is there any updates in anime and manga that you've read lately or watched?
Not myself, but I was thinking about an anime that I hadn't thought about in a long time.
Okay, which is...
Do you know it was like, I don't remember the name anymore, but it was like Sword Art Online, except boring.
Except boring?
It was like... It was like more like...
Oh, like Log Horizon?
Log Horizon, that's it, the boring one.
I heard it was solid, though.
It was solid. I think a lot of aspects of it were really good, but one thing that it wasn't was entertaining.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Isn't that the whole point, though?
It's just like the first season, which is what I watched, was, you know, it was like really breathtaking that they decided to go with like a deeper RPG mechanic, you know, going into like the social systems of the world. Like Sword Art Online was like, yeah, we group up and we fight dungeons all of each floor of 100-floor world.
Yeah.
But in Log Horizon, it's like, no, we have guilds and we have like trade and we have you know, subsets of guilds, and our guilds are in conflict with each other. It was actually really political. But it was kind of boring. And there were no... That show is actually there's like no sexualization in that show either.
That's okay.
Yeah. I'm saying it's like
okay,
surprisingly good thing. I'm not disappointed that it
Gotcha.
doesn't have sexualization. It's just like, what do you call it? It's out there compared to other
different.
shows. Yeah, it's different.
Okay.
It didn't do that. Like, they wear sensible armor in that show.
Thank you.
Yeah, they
it
don't.
Makes sense.
They're not out there with like midriffs exposed as they're fighting.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. So yeah, reasonable armor, and you know, their personalities in that show like actually aren't shit.
I feel like I would enjoy it, but I haven't watched it.
I think you would also find it kind of slow.
Probably.
But not a bad show, per se.
Funny enough, when it was airing, I was like, I think it was a weekend before final exams or midterms, and that's when I crack and I just start binge watching an anime, like a new anime.
Mm-hmm.
And I meant to look up Log Horizon, but I accidentally clicked a different one, which happened to be a World Trigger fight scene, which is the only reason why I got into the series. Which they also have pretty sensible armor.
So Log Horizon was the gateway drug to your favorite series.
My favorite series.
That's great.
I was like, I think I've seen this clip. I think this is from Log Horizon. So I clicked on it because it just said like an anime fight scene.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was World Trigger. And then I was like, oh, I never actually got into Log Horizon after all. But I feel like they're kind of similar in some aspects. Like, kind of different and out there than like the typical shonen stuff.
I think what they have in common, or at least what you told me about World Trigger, is that it really cares about telling you about the world around it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, apart from the conflict,
Mm-hmm.
it spends a ton of time laying down like the world around the characters versus like just what the characters are going through, or just the characters and the people they interact with.
Yeah.
Like you learn like in Log Horizon, you learn about like guilds that like pretty much serve no purpose in the plot other than that you know that they don't like this guild.
Oh, okay. Like they exist.
They exist, yeah. They start like painting like a pretty big landscape in the
Right.
show.
It's not like they're gonna show up later per se, but just like they're there.
I don't really know. That's just that, you know, after watching the first season, that's just the feeling that I got over time, that like these details are being like inserted in and they're good, but they serve no hard relevance.
Right. I mean, I kind of like that. It's interesting, like fun facts.
That's what Log Horizon fans say. They appreciate that part of it.
That's what I like about World Trigger too. The database. There's that fan book he made while he was also like half, like dying basically, and he was only doing like a chapter every other week.
Mm-hmm.
And then suddenly it's like, surprise, I've secretly been doing a whole data book while doing normal work, while I'm also suffering from my injuries. And we're like, bruh. And he's like, they forced me to cut the book in half, but there's more. Don't worry, I have more of it ready. And we're like, how? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a lot of interesting information that's not like fully relevant, but we want it. Like, it makes you want to know more. Mm-hmm. Even though it's like, do I really need to know which high school everyone goes to?
Yes, you do.
It is kind of nice to know the social groups from that, though. It's like, oh, so these people must know each other more. Oh, that's interesting. Like, what could that come about with, you know? Mm-hmm. But not entirely relevant, but I enjoy it.
I think the fight scenes from Log Horizon were also not bad. Like, I think people generally appreciated how those went.
So it's like a solid show, just not as exciting as it could be. It's what I'm hearing. It's
a solid show without like a core, if you catch my drift.
Okay.
There's no core thing that you're really hanging on to each episode that you want to watch. Mm-hmm. It's just kind of things that are just like neat, cool, you know? And like everything's like tightly, you know, they're creating this world, but there's no like,
it's like a jack of all trades without like one specific thing that stands out.
Yeah, precisely. It does everything right, except
it doesn't have one specialty. Or like a really awesome scene, or like music or something.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'd have to say about it. It was very well rounded, but not. It doesn't have that spike of like outstanding.
Was the animation any good?
Yeah, the animation was okay.
That's probably where it beats World Trigger.
The animation, the animation was passable. Let it be known, this podcast has more mentionings of World Trigger than any podcast out there ever.
I don't even know if there's any World Trigger reviews. We should do it.
World Trigger review?
I think there are reviews per se, but not like, I don't know, not like the way I imagine how other like podcasts or YouTubers do like a whole series review, you know, or like a broad, like non-spoilerly, like this is what it's about.
You mean like the British guy over talking over random clips of the anime? It's always a British guy too. It's always a British guy.
Remember, like there's that really good one you watched, but then you found out that the person only made one like once a year, and like took a break for 4 years before coming back for that one cute girl.
Yeah,
series.
That was a
really good one.
There was this really, really good YouTube review of like some anime that nobody watched, and I was like, oh my god, this is like the anime YouTube channel I was waiting for. And I look on his or at the end of his video, he was like, see you in another 2 or 3 years. And I look on his profile, and he only has like 3 videos about anime.
But they're really
but
good.
They're all super good. Very well edited. He has a really good speaking speed and like
really good humor, nice editing.
Good editing. Everything was
great. Was just great, but except for like the frequency of reviews.
Yeah, he probably actually had a full-time job and was just chilling and only making videos every 2 or 3 years.
He's like probably kind of passionate about. Like, this one seems like a good video, and then yeah, it was good though. I can't wait for it in like 2 years, whatever the show they pick.
Yeah, I don't remember what the YouTuber's name is anymore, but I'll have to look back at that old episode. I can go back on his channel and watch all of the old episodes in 1 hour.
Yeah, basically. That's too bad. Yeah. Oh, but speaking about like RPGs, it turns out the SAO Progressive is gonna be a movie, I think. I saw a trailer.
When the hell did we talk about RPGs?
We talked about Log Horizon, and we talked about SAO earlier.
Okay.
Yo, hello.
What's up?
It's gonna be an SAO movie that comes out next year.
Sick nasties.
I don't know if it's gonna be an actual anime after that, but it has a typical anime movie name. You know, it's like, what is it? It's like Sword Art Online Progressive. The Night of the Stars Aria. And I'm like, what?
Wait, what? Is that really the name? The Night of the Stars Aria?
Like Aria of the Night Sky or something like that. But it looks cool. It really does go back into the whole beginning of SAO and Asuna's point of view, according to the trailer. I mean, it looks good. It's a movie. But it's also SAO. And also, while you're looking for that YouTuber, unless did you find him?
I'm looking for the YouTuber right now. Please keep talking.
Okay. There's FGO news. Apparently, according to a magazine interview, that a really famous FGO like translator, I think their username is Kars, Kars, and I also got this from another random anime website. FGO is gonna go for 10 years, they said. And I'm like, bruh, we just got past year 5, and I thought we were gonna finish within a year, so I have no idea what they're gonna do next, unless they just don't release new story stuff, but we'll see.
Right. Okay, so I did find the YouTuber. His name is Zoini. He only has 4K subscribers and like a handful of videos, but it's a godly video for like watching like edited reviews and stuff. Like, I would aspire to be more like him. I
mean, I appreciate the graphics is very like standard too.
Yeah.
It's not like he didn't like try. There's a lot of stuff going on, just very few videos.
Yeah, very few videos, unfortunately. But hey, if you are down to watch, there it is in the comments.
We'll wait for you to come back.
Please
come back and do a good series.
Anyway, there was one more thing I wanted to ask you about in free talk. And that was, well, we just played this video game. What was it called?
Was it Death Road to Canada?
Death Road to Canada on Switch.
It's an Oregon Trail style game.
Yeah, it's like Oregon Trail, but you walk around and you have to survive a zombie apocalypse by going to Canada.
Woo! I always wanted to visit there. Why not?
I know, right? The Canada, see, didn't we talk about this in a previous episode? How like things are pointing to like Canada being cool again?
Yeah, that's true. It's because no one knows anything about Canada.
Yeah. Well, anyway, if you know about Oregon Trail, it's like a group of like survivors. They go on a trip to Canada in the game. Not Oregon Trail, but this game.
So yeah, you just make decisions, and depending on what you do, you might live or die.
Yeah,
right?
Each night there's like a problem that happens. Like, oh no, we've run into a restaurant that's filled with zombies. Should we go inside or should we not? No, it's not similar to Left 4 Dead 2 at all. It's sometimes like a top-down kind of shooter adventure game, but most of the time it's like decision making as a group.
Yeah, we didn't get very far.
No, but some decisions that we made were like, should we practice shooting at a shooting range, or should we just collect the ammo,
Or just keep going.
or just ignore the shooting range
Right.
and just leave?
It's like, do you want to upgrade your stats, but you're gonna run out of supplies? Like, you know, what are you gonna choose?
Yeah. And also, apparently, Canada has no zombies.
Wow.
Okay, but anyway, that was what I wanted to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
This is like a pretty basic anime question, but I wanted to open it up here because we haven't asked it yet.
Mm-hmm.
In the case of a zombie apocalypse,
Mm-hmm.
which anime character do you think would be most effective for your survival?
I feel like it's easy to just pick a really OP group tag team, you know.
Let's
and
say you can
just
pick
keep
two.
going.
Let's say you can pick two.
Okay.
Two anime characters to bring with you to survive the zombie apocalypse.
For some reason, and this makes no sense at all, other than it's the first one that came to mind, but because we're talking about like, okay, should we save our food or trade it for a weapon? When we were playing earlier, my first thought was this character in FGO that makes rice. And I was like, we would never run out of food. We would always have rice. So I was like, oh, maybe he would be useful because, you know, you kind of do need food to keep going.
So,
That's
okay.
really lame. But
No. I mean, that makes sense. Like, you need utility on your team.
I mean,
right?
yeah, like, I think I would want a character that can, you know, provide food and one that provides the attack, right?
Combat.
I need like a resource and a competitive type. So the competitive type can really be anyone, really.
Anyone.
No, I'm trying to figure out like personality wise, who would be easier to deal with.
That's true. You need to factor in like, how well can you work with this person.
Yeah, and how long does it take to get to Canada?
To Canada.
Okay. For this game, for the game Canada. I mean, for here, you don't want to be that long.
Hey, I mean,
yeah.
you don't have to pick somebody who's like, you know, a complete just powerhouse. Like, to be honest, when I thought about this question, I was like, maybe Senku from Dr. Stone would be a really good idea to bring with you.
That's true.
He's super resourceful and he doesn't need anything to like be useful.
That's true. He would be so down for it too.
Yeah, like in the case of a zombie apocalypse, like Dr. Stone Man.
Mm-hmm. There's a really funny scene that I think back to that they had recently in the manga where he's like, see, scientists don't care about ghosts unless we can get energy from him. And he started going on what do you call it when you change topics?
Oh, a non.
No. When he diverged.
I know what you. Oh, what is that word?
But yeah, like I was just thinking back to that scene, and he's just like, yeah, unless
on a tangent.
Yeah, and he went on a tangent about ghosts and how like if they provided energy, then that's what would get his attention because he doesn't think they exist. Be
stupid.
But I was like, but if zombies happen, he would be so down for it. Okay, I think that's a good option.
Yeah, I mean, he's a really strong option, I feel.
Well, who would your second person be?
Okay, I mean, for second person,
Sora.
I would take a bruiser. You know, I would take somebody strong.
Yeah, bruiser would be useful unless they die.
Yeah, maybe.
Does Sora from Kingdom Hearts count?
Yeah.
Please send me to Disney World.
Does he have an anime?
Kind of. I mean, aren't they kind of an anime?
No, there's no anime.
I mean,
they have a manga.
Game is an anime.
They have a video game. They have a video game with cutscenes. They don't have an anime.
That's basically an anime.
Doesn't count.
Okay. I don't know. Do you guys have any ideas for who you would pick?
You gotta pick somebody entertaining, you know? You're gonna go crazy if you're just surviving with, like, boring-ass people.
I know. But maybe I would be the entertainment.
You would be the entertainment? I don't think so.
Great. Let's see. Who did you pick?
Okay, so for sure, my first option is Senku.
Okay.
Like, from Dr. Stone. Because, okay, my... purely based on the fact that he's all about resources, or you know, being resourceful in a world without resources that you're familiar with. You know, who knows what he could do in a modern time. Just like in an emergency, he could probably do just about anything.
That's true.
With his brain powers. Yeah. So that's my first choice, 100%.
Actually, if I think about it, I'd rather take a World Trigger character.
Oh, okay. Who would you pick?
But it's just because their abilities lets them bypass a lot of typical human limits, like having to eat. They're able to like prevent you from like or lasting like what do you say? You wouldn't need to eat as soon as you'd need to, depending on if you had their weapons or not. And it also lets you move and like improve your typical like stats. So like that would be kind of useful because it'd work for going out finding resources and combat and just like general daily survival. So maybe just a main character.
The main character of World Trigger, what's his name?
Actually, there's like 4. I'll take Yuma because he's gone through a lot of shit.
Okay,
so
Yuma.
He's the white-haired one. The typical, that's the one they use for all their covers, even though he's kind of the second main character.
Yeah.
But you know, when your first main character isn't as anime, you can't pick him for all the posters and stuff.
He is very exciting too, or he's an entertaining character. In terms of being bored in the zombie apocalypse, he'd probably make it a lot of fun.
I'll take a character that's fun and gone through stuff and they're just used to it.
Yeah, but I feel like he's kind of airheaded, or like he would not be useful in like getting supplies or like know
maybe
everyday things that you need, like cooking or like management or smart choices.
No, smart choices are there. I'm just trying to figure out what picking a
being
second
part
one
of a
is hard.
democracy.
Let's pick. I don't know. Naruto.
Can't
go wrong with that.
No.
Is that cheating?
I think Naruto would blow it.
All right, I'll have to answer this some other time. I can't decide.
What? Okay, so I would pick Senku, but I feel like he's kind of boring, or not boring, but he's kind of bland in terms of like how I would be entertained.
I feel like rather than survival, you would just be assisting him.
Yeah.
You become the minor character.
I feel that. If I had to pick, my second guy would have to be kind of funny. Maybe I'd pick a girl. Yeah, you know what? Maybe I'd pick a girl. Maybe somebody exciting, somebody like maybe from Fate.
If I pick someone like Kirito, do I get like protagonist protection or like
no?
Nah.
No plot armor.
Dang, plot armor.
It has to be purely reasonable.
I'm like looking around my room for ideas and I don't remember.
I would pick Mordred.
You would die, but alright.
She has armor.
Saitama? Yeah, I think
Saitama.
Maybe Mob. Mob is a good guy.
Mob would be...
I would have him help me exercise too, We'd be exercise buddies.
Would they be able to bite through his skin? Is a question.
It's a question.
I mean, a mosquito bit him.
Did a mosquito bite him?
The mosquito was like able to bite him, right? Yeah.
Well, I mean, his powers don't activate unless he really needs it to.
Protag protection, plot armor.
No, it's protag protection. PP, personal
PP.
protection.
Plot armor.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can go with Naruto, but like, why Naruto over like other characters?
That's true. I'd probably pick Sakura instead.
Sakura, she could heal you.
Yeah, and she can punch her way through shit. That's all we need. If you're gonna escape, you don't have to like fight per se. You just gotta get out of there. Plus healer. Can't go wrong with a healer.
But can she reverse zombification?
You need Orihime for that. But then I wouldn't really.
She can reverse what?
Yeah.
She can reverse zombification.
She can reverse time.
Really?
Yeah. In the end, they're like, that's her OP. Her power is like she can reverse like anything.
That's insane.
It is. But I don't think they really needed her for like anything other than plot, like progression.
They never used her power?
They did.
God, Bleach.
They did. I just don't remember why they bothered kidnapping her halfway through. They were like, we're going to kidnap you. And she was like, okay. And then I'm like, they didn't do anything with her. Like, she was just like under
Bleach
house
spoilers.
arrest. I don't remember. Oh, well. Maybe I picked someone from Fate too.
You just ruined someone's Bleach experience.
I ruined your Bleach experience, and you never went for it.
Bleach ruined my Bleach experience.
All right.
Ain't nobody to blame for Bleach but Bleach.
Maybe I picked Robin Hood though.
Robin Hood from Fate. We both picked Fate characters.
That's because there's a lot of Fate characters.
Do we get command seals? Is that what those are called?
Yeah, I would. If we did, then I would take those.
But you would only get 3.
That's
or 4.
true. But if you're an FGO, you get them every day. Hard to say. Every day. You know, it wouldn't really work for game mechanics if you really only got 3.
Maybe I would pick a robot, so they can't be infected.
Like Saber. But I feel like Saber wouldn't last.
She would eat all your damn food.
Yeah, she would eat all the food. I mean, I think she'd be fun to be with. That's fine. I just don't know if like, oh, no. Okay, I take back. I pick Archer. I pick Emiya Archer. Perfect. We'll survive.
Really?
He might kill me, but that's okay.
Boring guy. You could just hang out in his reality world.
Exactly. Nah, he'd be perfect combat and like caretaker. Yeah, according to the FGO universe.
I would take Brock from Pokemon only because
he has a frying pan.
He can cook. And
Brock has a frying pan.
He has a Meryl, so we can drink that water.
Ew, from Meryl.
And, yeah, we drink Meryl juice.
Where does Meryl get water from?
Yes.
Okay.
And
so what I'm getting
is
you're going to take a cruise. Mm-hmm. Onyx. Mm-hmm.
I would take Ty from Beyblade.
What?
Just terrible zombie world choices.
Mm-hmm.
I'll
take Yugi Moto.
He can shoot his top at the zombies.
Wait, if you pick, okay, how about now Kaiba just throw his cards through the zombies?
I mean, he could call in his helicopter. You know,
yeah.
You call in the
Kaiba Corp helicopter.
The Kaiba copter. Do you think he calls it that?
Yeah, totally.
Get in the Kaiba copter, Mokuba.
Mokuba. Mm-hmm.
Why can't I get a Mokuba copter?
Well, he's Kaiba too. We keep forgetting.
I keep forgetting that he's Seto Kaiba.
What do you think it was?
And Mokuba Kaiba.
Their last name is Kaiba.
I never remember that.
Mm-hmm.
His name Seto does not exist in my mind. It's Kaiba.
The only person who calls him that is Mokuba.
Yeah. So
that's how you know they're actually related.
Okay, but then like nobody decides to call Mokuba Kaiba. Like they don't give him the respect.
He's a kid. He doesn't get that yet. He's not as edgy, you know, except for his hair.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
I picked Jack Spicer from Shaolin Showdown.
The Kaiba
impressions.
Mm-hmm. Get in the Kaiba.
Get in the Kaiba copter. And then they honk the horn.
He wouldn't be in the copter. He would take the dragon copter. The dragon jet? The jet.
The blue eyes white dragon jet.
Mm-hmm. He would totally take that. It comes with parachutes, you know, because he jumps out of it, right?
He doesn't have a parachute. He jumps out of it.
Then you don't need a parachute.
He lands on a single knee like Superman. He should create a crater when he lands.
That's how you know he's cool and he can survive. He already survived the zombie apocalypse in Yu-Gi-Oh! Anyways.
True that.
Mm-hmm. By like buying a Corvette.
Yes.
I specifically remember that it's like a zombie apocalypse, and he decides to buy a Corvette for him and Mokuba.
If you want to pick someone from Yu-Gi-Oh, you'd better pick someone with a zombie deck.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they can control the zombies.
Oh.
Wow.
Is there a zombie deck?
Yeah.
Really? Oh.
I mean, somebody has it. I think
someone.
I think it's like the creepy, like skull-faced guy from like the first season.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
I don't remember.
Bandit Keith.
I picked Bandit Keith.
My Valentine. No, I wouldn't go.
I picked my Shiranui.
Oh god.
There's nowhere she could possibly be bit.
What? Yeah, just pick someone full of armor. And just like jump on them.
Yeah, somebody completely clad in armor.
That'd be like FGO. That'd be
I pick
Babbage.
The Gundam.
Yeah, I pick Gundam.
I pick a Gundam.
Mm-hmm. Oh god, what is his name? Setsuna F. Sei. That's like, I think the OG 00 Gundam. That was the main character's name, and everyone always said his full name every time. You know.
You know, that's a weird part of your anime like tastes that like just don't mix with the rest of your taste. Like you like really like cute stuff and like you you like world building stuff, and you also happen to like Gundam in this very specific.
I watched a couple Gundam shows.
In a very specific like I like this even though it doesn't really coincide with the rest of my tastes.
Maybe I should just say Gundam was lame. Not lame. It was super predictable because they named every character exactly what was going to happen, you know? Like, one guy's name was Lock On Stratus, and I was like, so he locks on, that's why he's a sniper. Gotcha, you know? And that, like...
This
like,
one's called Dies...
Dies Early.
Dies Early.
No, that's literally. There was one girl with a name that was like, oh, okay, so she's gonna die next episode because... her name, like, spelled
it's
it out.
It's me, cannon fodder.
Oh, God. But yeah, that was the Gundam naming scheme. I couldn't handle it. Except for Setsuna F, whatever his name was, because, you know, he's a protagonist, plot armor.
Gundam is a good idea for the zombie apocalypse. For
yeah.
Sure.
We'd nuke
High School of the Dead. I should have picked someone from High School of the Dead.
Oh, God, no.
Yeah. The samurai girl, Saiko.
Oh, God. The yandere.
Yeah. I liked her. And I liked High School of the Dead.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good show. It was ambitious.
It's true.
It was very ambitious.
Mm-hmm.
The animation was good, too. Just, you know, a little bit focused on...
It has specific elements.
It's got, like, two very large focuses.
It's true. It's got fan service and it's got, like, action.
Yeah, but, you know, if you can tolerate both of those, like, that's a good show.
But, like, action in, like, a different way, right? Like, it's not like SAO action or, like, you know, Shonen Jump action. It's, like, realistic, like, innovative action, like Dr. Stone style of, like,
it was
making
like about,
up stuff.
Like, regular people, which was cool.
Yeah, except except half of them were, like, top in their field and some, like, Danganronpa style.
Yeah. High school, what was it? Mm-hmm. Genius level high school something.
Genius level high schooler.
I hated that.
Something like that. Yeah.
All
Never
right.
got into that series though.
We should probably cut the zombie talk for now. That was a good little exercise. Mm-hmm. All right. Let's cut to the meat of our episode today.
The snack.
The little snack. Speaking of little snacks, look at today's special.
Ew.
Look at it.
That's an old photo.
That's a photo of me 4 years ago.
5 years ago?
Actually 5 years ago. My friend had a diva cosplay from when Overwatch was cool.
Damn.
Which is clearly not the case anymore. Yum yum. Thank you. Thank you. I still got some fans out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Only fans though. No one any closer.
Uh-huh. You stole her cosplay.
I stole part of her cosplay. I stole the little
the headset,
headphones,
and
the gun, just for this quick picture.
And you used that as your profile for like a year.
I used it as my profile picture for like a year because I liked how smug I looked.
Yeah, you look really smug.
But I mean, Diva looks really smug in that pose.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But yeah, that was my very first cosplay.
Accidental cosplay.
Yeah, I saw my friend and I was like, "Can I borrow that for like 2 seconds for a picture?" And then we took the picture.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's my first cosplay as Diva.
What about Halloween?
Halloween?
Mm-hmm.
I was SpongeBob in high school.
Oh, that's cosplay.
Actually, I was.
Were you the actual like 3D like you made a box?
No,
sponge?
it was a store bought. Like,
was it
put
foam?
On the shirt? No, you put on the shirt and SpongeBob is like on your chest, and your head pops out of the top of SpongeBob.
I love it.
I wore it when I was in
freshman.
When I was in 6th grade, and once again when I was in 11th grade.
You fit it both
times. I mean, it stretches to fit. It's stretchy.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. I was like trying to imagine you.
I did rip it a little bit though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's a question. Is Halloween, our Halloween costumes cosplay?
Mm-hmm. I guess that's our first question. What counts as cosplay?
Yeah, does it have to be from an anime to be a cosplay?
No, I mean, I guess Comic-Con technically, like superheroes and stuff like that. DC, Marvel, that's cosplay too.
But do they call it cosplay?
Not always, no. But I feel like cosplay takes it like a little more seriously, you know? Like the it's not like a Party City like Halloween or Spirit Halloween like low quality kind of material. It's a little more like high quality, looks nicer generally, and I guess with the actual name like costume play, you're supposed to like role play as a character. You know, be more into it than like an outfit.
I never really thought about cosplay being made up of those two words.
That's the actual wording, yeah.
Play.
Yeah. Cause I mean it's not always, but sometimes it's like implied that you will act the part of the character. For example, I actually will never forget, my friends and I went to Fanime one time and we ran into this Jesse and James combo. With a Team Rocket Grant with them, I think. And they were really nice, really funny in character. And they also gave us, they had a little basket with origami Pokeballs. It was really cute. And I can't remember if some of them like popped into characters. Like inside was a Pokemon. But they were really good. Like they looked the part, they spoke and acted the part really well.
Did they do the motto?
They did it earlier before we actually got to them. Like we saw them do it, and then they were going around speaking like Jesse and James, you know, the English dub.
Oh,
yeah, it was really good.
The twerps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, basically.
You know the James voice in Pokemon changed so much, like from like its first iteration to the second one.
Really? What happened?
Well, you know, before James would talk like. Jesse, I can't believe we lost a bunch of twerps. And then it got a little more nasally in the future.
It sounds a little easier to speak, though.
Brat boys, yeah.
Mm-hmm. They call them that?
What?
Brat boys.
Twerps.
Yeah. Just like in Japanese, jolly boy.
Jolly boy.
Mm-hmm. My first cosplay, very down-to-earth middle school grade level, was Misa from Death Note. But my first cosplay I was proud of was John Egbert from Homestuck. LOL. Homestuck. That was big.
Homestuck.
That was when I learned not to color your skin with Sharpie and other materials, because I used to watch or read a lot of DeviantArt cosplay tutorials. And that was one of the things people said, because a lot of people were coloring in their skin for Homestuck. They were like, don't do it, or like there's a tutorial about melting crayons to make colored lipstick, like DIY. God. Like DIY ones, and a lot of people have to go around after saying like, don't do it, it's not really safe.
The Sharpie incidents, I had never heard of this.
This is very specific on DeviantArt.
I used to draw myself with Sharpies all the time, just for the hell of it.
No, my middle school banned the game where you wrote, like, you would write a prompt, like something you have to do on a palm, and then a time on the back of their hand. And if the person looked at their hand before that time, they were supposed to do what was written on their hand, like ask someone out or like do a trick or something. It got too big that my school banned it because they're like, Sharpies are not okay on skin. Because one guy covered his whole body.
Is it like toxic?
Yeah.
Is it slightly toxic?
If you have enough of it into your skin, it gets toxic.
People went into bathtubs dyeing their skin with Sharpie. That's how fatal the damages were. Not drawing on skin. Oh, yeah, it's like goodness.
It gets into your bloodstream, kind of, because it's all over you.
Yeah, you're just absorbing it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's just like.
That's just dumb.
That's just dumb.
There's a lot of cosplay incidents like that happen, you know? Never forget all the Sasuke's that were arrested at conventions. It's always Sasuke.
Why? Because they have sharp stuff?
No, just Sasuke.
General rowdiness.
Acting out, yeah. Also, never forget at conventions, there's always a group of like extreme conservatives just waiting for you to punch them so they can take your money in a lawsuit. Like, that's a real thing. That's like what they're there for. They hold out like picket signs and they say really like upsetting things to try to get you to like attack them because they're like intimidating people. So they can get money from a lawsuit.
That's messed up.
Yeah, I used to always like see them whenever we went to conventions. I'd be like, oh, there's that one group of people again. Just ignore them and just keep going around.
I don't really, when I didn't really like ever see cosplay in general until my first convention. Like I hadn't seen like a random person like cosplaying or like anything like that. Unless unless you count my high school friend who straightened his hair and wore only white button-ups for like 2 months because he had just watched Death Note and he was like, I want to be like Kira.
Misa and Al and like Kira were pretty popular. I think especially because that's when it came out.
They're kind of easy to cosplay.
They're very casual. Well, no about Misa. She's kind of like
Misa's hard. Okay, Misa.
Depending on what outfit you do, right? It can be like kind of like
that goth Lolita.
Yeah, but that's gotten more common, with like Hot Topic and whatnot.
Ew.
I mean, I've seen people wear that like on the daily before. Lolita's harder. I have seen some people who have worn it more often. I think that's kind of interesting actually, because it's a lot of work and like the dresses are really expensive. So like kudos to you. You probably do get a lot of people who like give you like side eye, just like what are they wearing though?
Yeah, but if you're doing light or L, you're chilling.
Yeah, casual
they wear
cosplayers
regular
are okay.
clothes.
I think it's neat if someone does something casual and then someone else is able to recognize you. Like it's not out there, but something about it is just like, I got it. You're this person. I had a friend who did that for a convention. She didn't want to do anything really intense, but only 1 or 2 people actually noticed who she was. But also, there's so many people out there. It's really hard to pay attention to everyone. Yeah, my first cosplay.
Yeah, I showed my first cosplay. What was yours?
Actually, my very first one probably was the Pokemon.
Of course, it was Pokemon.
Daycare? Yeah. It was really basic. I had seen people do it the year before, but as a group. So what you do is you get a group of people, and then you wear like a bandana with a Pokeball symbol.
Those are Pokemon breeders.
Oh, Pokemon breeders. That's what I was.
You're a Pokemon breeder?
Yeah, so that I could go around with a basket and give people origami Pokemon.
Wow.
It was fun because people did it for me the year before, so I wanted to like do it too.
Where?
At the convention.
Which convention?
In Fanime. I've only gone to Fanime and Anime Expo. Thank you. It was like hard to do it sometimes though. But there are some artists that like one of them, if they notice, sometimes an artist will notice you're something and then give you a freebie that they happen to have related to the series. Like when we did Pokemon Sun and Moon, a guy gave us extra bookmarks he had.
Oh yeah, because he liked our cosplay.
Yeah.
He had some art of Sun and Moon around his table as well.
Yeah. Also, my more serious cosplay, like, I really went ham for this one. I got contacts subscriptions just for this.
Subscription contacts. Prescription
contacts.
Subscription.
Sorry. There are contact subscriptions. I'm not endorsing anyone.
Prescription contacts.
I said there were, yes. Okay. I got contacts just so I could get purple lenses for my MASH cosplay for FGO. That was 3-4 years ago? Yeah. I got a wig, I got the clothes, but then I didn't like the dress it came with, so I tried sewing my own version of the dress. Let it be known, I've also tried to cosplay different things unsuccessfully. Like my very other one was, I wanted to be Yachi from Haikyuu, and I specifically wanted her in that volleyball outfit in a art cover. And I made a shirt, which was a little too small, and I stole my sister's sports shorts for it, but I couldn't get the wig to wear it because it was actually for a different character. So it's still sitting in my closet. But I got to wear it with a jacket, and someone thought I was Kyoko and took photos of me because she was Tanaka, and it worked out. But yeah, sometimes I went like really ham. But anything that has to do with makeup just is really difficult for me. So I got really lucky that my friend did my makeup for me when I cosplayed. Like, she looked at me, she saw me struggling, and was like, all right, hold on, I got this.
Actually, when you had the MASH cosplay, you got so many props.
Yeah,
So many people were like, damn.
You didn't even see me the first time I did it. Like, my friend helped me with the makeup and everything. Some guy gave me, he made you get those PNGs, JPEGs in FGO. He made physical versions of that as like tarot cards and was giving them out to certain people. So when he saw me, he gave me the full set for MASH. I still have it. It's kind of nice. I think he's one of the first people who actually printed them out. Like, there's a special tutorial for it. But it cost money, right? So I wasn't going to bother. But that was nice. Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah.
That was a good cosplay, actually.
Yeah, I have a couple photos of that. Especially for our other cosplay friends, too. But I've gotten lazy.
I've always dreamed of doing a collaboration cosplay with like a group.
Yeah, I think a group cosplay would be really fun. We did Pokemon.
Okay,
we did Persona.
We did Sun and Moon together, and we did Persona together.
Yeah, I think that's it.
My Persona cosplay was pretty sick.
Yeah, your Joker cosplay.
My Joker cosplay, I was pretty on point.
Yeah, it's a school outfit, but it fit you really well somehow.
It really fit me. It was like it felt like custom made.
I feel like that was when you decided that glasses were gonna be permanent for you.
No, I'd been wearing glasses for years before that.
I know, but especially then, you're like, oh yeah, these glasses. Mm-hmm.
I got some props for that one.
Yeah, it was really good. Mm-hmm. And I was Futabers. Yeah, I was Futabers, and I had to wear the fake glasses on my real glasses.
Did you have the orange wig?
I do. I still have it. It is so messy.
Did we not take a picture of us with that?
We were so tired that I don't think we took good photos. I bought patches and like customized the whole jacket myself just because I didn't want to buy an actual full set.
I just bought the set.
Yeah. Also, yeah, I bought contacts. They were surprisingly not too bad. The only issue is that because I don't wear them all the time, they dried out, and that became a huge issue.
I remember you complaining about the contacts.
Yeah, just if you're going to do contacts and you don't normally wear them, you should take some time to get used to it. That's my warning. Mm-hmm. But yeah, cosplay. Wasn't there something you wanted to talk about specifically?
I mean, I wanted to talk about like cosplay in terms of like its impact on anime culture and all that.
Okay, yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Cosplay is like really big now.
That's true. I feel like it's gotten bigger.
There were years where like it wasn't big, and it was kind of weird. It was still considered like odd.
Mm-hmm.
But those have long passed. You know?
I mean, you'll still get looks for it and stuff like that, but like it's just become more mainstream as like anime and like being fans of like artworks and stuff like that becomes more mainstream, right? Like, I don't know, with Hot Topic being more out there, I feel like it gave like kids more of a out or like a way to get into like stuff like that and like showing that they like things more. I don't like Hot Topic myself, but you know, a lot of high schoolers are like, oh yeah, I got this shirt at Hot Topic, like I'm so cool, it's my favorite show, blah 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 blah. And just, you know, generally then you get to see more of it. There was someone, I have a Lapras on my backpack, and someone was like, is that a turtle? And I'm like, nah, it's Pokemon. And they gave me like the weirdest look, and I'm like, you clearly don't know anything.
I'd rather have a Pokemon on my backpack than a turtle.
I was like, no, it's my Lapras. And she's like, what? I was like, from Pokemon. And she's like, you play Pokemon? And I'm like, yep.
You should have been like, bish, you don't?
Yeah. She's like,
Who is you?
Yeah. She's like, I never played a video game, so I don't know. And I'm like, well, there you have it. Yeah.
There you have it, loser.
I'm just like, yeah, lots of people play, so, you know, whatever. Like, I'm not, like, ashamed to have it. I'm just not really out there with what I like, though.
Do you know any famous cosplayers, like, on the internet?
On the internet?
Like, anybody you can name?
Our friend, kind of.
Our friend?
Yeah.
Like from college?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, a couple, and I mean, not famous, but like we know people who know a lot more about the cosplay community and like how to do it professionally and stuff like that. Like making props, I really like to see people who make props because it takes a lot of work.
Wood shop.
Which I mean, I really like that like making it out of like foam and stuff like that, because obviously making it out of wood and metal is not like a good idea, right? Mm-hmm. What does it mean to do cosplay professionally?
Getting paid.
Ooh, yeah. Actually, over the years, I found in fabric stores, there's like specific people who have they got big enough that they made their own brand of fabric, supposedly specifically for cosplay. That's kind of surprising because before I just like go around and just pick like whatever fabric, but now I guess it's big enough to get its own category, kind of say. I mean, it's just also like clothing fabric that's like whatever, but it's like cosplay specific, like body suit stuff like that. But I think professionally, eventually you can get into making stuff for like movies and like acting in plays and theater. Like that's how a lot of people seem to get into it.
That's more like production side. I think we're talking more about like people who do cosplay and get paid to do it.
Oh.
You know, like I'm paid to do cosplay for people to take pictures of me in this cosplay.
Huh. Yeah, I actually don't know a lot about
the
that.
people that walk into a convention. They're followed by like 10 photographers.
Oh.
They're barely doing anything but like posing for pictures.
I haven't seen that many of that.
I've seen a few.
I mean, I know like as a cosplayer, you can get photo shoots and like you can do collabs or you can, you pay for them. But I don't know about like being paid to cosplay. Maybe if you're collaborating or affiliated with a specific brand, I can see that for sure.
I think some cosplayers even create photo books of themselves cosplaying and then sell the photo books.
Kind of like what they do in Japan.
Yeah, like what they do in Japan.
Mm-hmm. I don't know as much about that because I feel like I don't see as much, but it's definitely.
I mean, most of the time you're talking with just like regular people, like grassroots cosplayers.
Or like what I see trending online.
This at home. Yeah, but then there's like the powerhouse cosplayers.
That's true.
That are out there getting hundreds and thousands of likes.
Yeah.
Creating a social media empire and just every other day uploading a picture of a cosplay they did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
people
that's
pay
intense.
for that,
People pay
it's
premium
interesting.
to see that
There's
stuff.
Like the people that get invited to conventions as a guest. Like those are people who do it all the time.
Yeah, people getting paid to speak about it. That's a professional cosplayer.
Okay, that makes sense. Do you know anything about it?
I mean, not particularly. I don't really have an interest in paying somebody to cosplay or like access to their pictures.
Yeah, I wonder if that's more of like a Patreon kind of like OnlyFans thing.
That's
like
more
separating
of a, that's more of a
like they don't
simp thing.
Yeah, maybe. Like it's not like that and OnlyFans overlap per se. Like they're not always like, is it not exclusive or inclusive? But being paid to do it. Yeah, I only know of it from like companies.
They give like, actually, my friends are into that. They literally like follow cosplayers. And of course, I mean, yes, they're following lewd cosplayers who are doing it purely for the sex appeal. And then they sell the pictures later. Yeah.
What a way to get cash.
They do that,
Kudos.
There is a niche out there that like wants, pictures of girls in anime cosplay.
Yeah, that is true. It is a lot of effort,
out there.
Man.
Yeah,
also,
it's out there.
photoshopping and editing and stuff like that. Taking photos. Oof, that's tough. That's true. If you go on like Reddit and like, I don't go on Reddit for a lot of anime things. Maybe just like FGO, and like you will get a lot of cosplay photos too.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, cosplay, the power of cosplay and becoming a professional cosplayer, it's the power of internet points. That's the drive.
Kudos,
Yeah.
Likes. Yeah, I guess so. Do you think that's like more and more popular, or still like a kind of small group of people though?
I think it's more popular than ever. If that's what you mean. How many fucking 2B cosplays have you seen that have been like hundreds of thousands of likes and everybody's like, oh, this is like the best 2B cosplay ever?
Yeah. That's true. I would consider low cost cosplay as professional if it's based off of internet points, Lynn.
This is true. Do you
That's
know
true.
low cost cosplay?
Maybe I don't.
Is
that the guy who?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, that's
you don't
true.
have to finish that sentence. Yes, it's that guy.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I guess
It's a comedy spin on it for sure.
It is,
like,
but it's well done.
Internet points,
right? That's true. So I think professional in terms of name brand, then, for that kind of.
Yeah, because I mean, getting internet points is part of like your brand at that point, your business.
You have your marketing.
Your marketing.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting. I don't really know any because I'm not really interested myself, but like Patreons or stuff like that just for cosplay.
Yeah, I mean, cosplay is really interesting because it's kind of like work. Like it's really hard work, and it's like a form of like producing, like being creative without any pay.
Yeah,
right.
It's the labor of love.
It's a labor of love, and that shit can't be explained by capitalism. Like, why are you doing this? Are you doing this for money? Like, no.
The number of people who do it like the night before, have a breakdown, their clothes or props breaking, coming apart, and you have to hot glue it. Like, that's such a feeling. I seen a lot of people meme it because there's no conventions this year, and how they're like, man, I wish I was like going through that like adrenaline rush. And I felt that too. I've done that where I'm like, shit, this isn't coming together. I got to get this done. How am I gonna get it to work? Oh my god, and I'm a perfectionist, so like the shoes, I was like really pissed about my shoes not perfectly matching and how I was gonna make it work.
I remember that.
Yeah,
I was there.
And yet it was fine afterwards. But like before then, you go for that rush of like, how am I gonna do this? It's interesting.
You know what my rush was?
What?
Getting to the Amazon locker in Los Angeles so that I could open it and put on the cosplay as we were walking into the convention.
Wait, what? For which one?
For my son cosplay. We went to the Amazon.
Oh, yeah.
We went to the Amazon locker at USC so I could pick up my cosplay. And I was like, it works.
Yeah. You're like, it barely fit.
It barely fit me. I couldn't wear the pants.
Oh, yeah. But you had pants that worked.
Yeah,
so.
it was fine. But still. Yeah, there's my rush. Oh man, gotta get my code on the Amazon locker.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting.
AKA, I can't really relate, but I do.
I mean, so like with that, like there's different levels in like cosplay, right? And sometimes you don't have to go like hardcore. You really don't have to still enjoy it and stuff like that. I've seen plenty of people do like super basic stuff, and it works totally fine. And you can even just see their enthusiasm. One time, my friend and I had cup noodles, and we actually passed them around to Final Fantasy 15 cosplayers that we ran into because the cup noodle commercial came out. So we gave it to some Gladios and Noctises and Promptos. There wasn't really any Ignises. Which is my friend's favorite, actually.
You can't copy perfection, all
right? Right, yeah, see?
It's the hair.
A new recipe. Yeah. She was really sad about that. But in the end of the day, as we were going around, we just needed it to go. So we gave it to some a prompt. They were in the Chocobo clothes too, the Chocobo Festival version, and they were like really excited about the cup noodles. Actually, they were like, "This made my day." That's cute. Yeah, it's just fun to see other people who enjoy the same things that you do. That's kind of really. That's kind of really all it's. The main thing about it.
Wow, that was a wholesome ass sentence right there.
Yeah. I don't know. For me, I picked what I would enjoy, although I do get a little obsessed with the perfection of how it goes.
Do you ever worry, or have you ever worried that like you as a person can't cosplay a character?
Yeah.
Right? Like
that is a big thing that goes around on this media too.
Yeah. Like personally, like your boy is brown. All right? Your boy is undeniably brown. Like no trick of the light will tell me that I'm not brown.
I'm a little concerned
so it's
if
like,
it was.
Yeah. Like look at Diva up there. Like Korean, I think not.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure there are brown Koreans though.
Yeah, but I mean, of course, of course, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter
Yeah.
what,
But that
what
does-
you are. But the question can come up.
Yeah. And also issues of people who don't like the character you cosplay. That's actually gotten quite big.
Really?
So I specifically remember this fiasco. I don't remember which convention it was, but someone was
Fiasco. I like that.
yes, Crow from Persona 5. I forgot Akechi, but in the Crow outfit, the white one, right? Is that what it was?
Yes.
Yeah. So this person cosplayed in this white outfit. They handmade it, sewed everything as like leather, like fake leather and stuff like that. It's like really expensive. They put a lot of work into this cosplay. Someone runs up at them, yells about how they like fucking hate Akechi, and threw their soda at the person, and it covered their whole cosplay. And like they felt really hurt by it, you know, like they're just cosplaying a character. It doesn't mean they like, you know, whatever. You know, you can cosplay a character that's evil, right? People do that, whatever.
Yeah, that's pretty weak, bro. Like
Yeah.
for like not.
Yeah.
Just because you don't like the character, you're gonna ruin someone's day.
Right.
Like,
I mean,
that's a sociopath.
That's a
right
problem
there.
with a lot of social media nowadays. I think with especially younger generations growing up with it. But I think that's just totally not fair on, you know, the person's part. Like, you really do not deserve that after all that hard work. And like, there was like no way they were going to be able to clean it off completely. Like, even on that day, even later.
Yeah, I mean, nobody deserves that.
Yeah, and I just felt like that's so not fair.
That's like against the spirit.
Yeah.
You know?
That like really, I think that really hurt the community,
Cosplay.
along with the, from what I've seen, you know, a lot of issues with like black cosplayers not getting the love and attention they deserve for what they do, just because like you said, they don't supposedly fit a character. When the whole thing is just, I like this character, I like this series,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna dress up as it, you know? And the whole point is you make it work with you. Like when I was in middle school reading cosplay tutorials, because like I eventually wanted to do it, a lot of them are like, well, if you're gonna make it, like you tailor it to yourself. Like if you're not comfortable with this crop top, just make it a shirt, make it longer. Like doesn't matter, make it fit you, because every person's body shape is different, and how you're comfortable with and what looks good for you depends on like your body shape, you know?
I actually had the opposite experience. Like when I was like even considering like doing a cosplay, I was like talking. I mean, this was just casually with my friends, but I was like, "Can I be this character?" And you know, in high school, they were like, "No,
That's fucked up.
that you know, like you can't be that character. Like you're not pale enough."
That's so
I'd be like,
stupid.
"Okay." And then
Was
I-
it like 4chan?
no, it was with my friends. Like in real life, we were
Ugh.
talking about it, and I was like, "Okay, then. So you're telling me I have to be Brock from Pokemon?"
Oh my
and they were
God.
like, "Yeah, you fit Brock from Pokemon."
Oh, I'm sorry for that.
I mean, I'm not hurt. I mean, whatever.
know,
you know, it's just
but-
light talking. But
yeah, but even then, it's
I'm
like
yeah.
that discourages a lot of people.
I'm saying people get that. You know, people get that.
Right.
In,
Yeah,
you
people
know,
still get that.
offensive or not, it happens.
Right? Yeah.
And
It's not
yeah,
fair.
it's not all sunshines and rainbows out there.
No, it definitely isn't. But like that's why I was saying like it should be what you want it to be, right?
Mhm.
And like recently, there was a trend of black cosplayers, like with a tag on Twitter. They're really good. Like I really like how they spun some of them to really fit who they are personally, and it just a lot of effort put into it. It looks nice. I think
course.
they definitely should get, you know, all the attention they deserve.
Of course.
Or even what they don't deserve, just like, you know, it's out
Mhm.
there, it's whatever. But yeah, you know, there's like things like white people trying to look more Asian for their cosplay specifically, like doing things with their eyes and stuff like that. And I'm like,
I've seen that with like Asian people.
yeah, Asian
like,
people doing that with
Asian people fixing their own eyes to look
like,
more
more-
acceptably Asian. Like,
yeah, that too.
a different kind
even
of
Asians trying to look more specifically stereotypically Asian.
Yeah.
Or like doing things like
Especially with the eyelids.
yeah, if you use white pencil marker crayon and you're supposed to do that on like your bottom eyelid, like that makes it looks like your eyes bigger. That's what I read in some old tutorials, and like I tried. It's hard. I cannot do any eyeliner. It fucking hurts. But that's like a one thing they're doing, because they're like, anime characters have big eyes, so do this, make your eyes bigger.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what? How? Okay.
In high school, I experienced that too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, like there's
pretty
people
common,
out there.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it happens.
It sucks.
You know, just even considering a cosplay, you're gonna get the question
Yeah.
at some point.
Or like your size,
And it's not
too.
gonna be it's not gonna be meant to be offensive, but
it's like that's like a
crosses your
societal
mind.
thing.
Yeah, it crosses your mind.
Yeah, so that's why, like, when I was in high school, I was like, oh, I'm gonna start exercising a bit more, and people are like, why? And I'm like, because I want to cosplay. And they're like, well, okay, I mean, if you're exercising that's like your drive to do it, but that like shouldn't be like your only drive. Like, I want to fit as this character exactly, because you're not the character.
That is true.
You know, and especially because you know, unrealistic proportions, right? One Piece. But
wow.
Yeah.
All of anime.
Yeah, all of anime, but that's, you know, what's very specific example. Although I really do like how people do people who did Kill la Kill cosplay, and you do like the fake boobs things. Those are pretty interesting. I saw someone's tutorial about it, and I was like, wow, that's interesting. Because like it has
how to
like
make fake boobs.
Yeah, how to make fake boobs.
Is there something you're not telling me?
Maybe. Mm-hmm.
Those are very convinced.
But yeah, you know, there's a lot of tricks to cosplay that are really interesting and hard work. Photo shoots too, and making wigs. God, that's like its own apparent
lighting.
Yeah. Trying to be photogenic. Oh man, it's so tough.
You're basically a model at that point.
Yeah,
with that experience.
No, like, so literally trying to do cosplay is being your own model and like photographer and like fashion designer.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot of power. I respect them a lot. Except for people who like steal money from others. There's a
steal money?
Yeah.
What? Where did you get that from?
There's one specific story I saw because there was for a Nessa cosplay. That wig is really hard to make, and there was like a story where someone kind of famous commissioned it, and then at the convention like stole it from the person they commissioned from, like without actually paying them.
Mm-hmm.
And like the person was like, I didn't even give them instructions on how to wear it or like the self-care for it. That's like $400. That person took like an underwater photo shoot with it and then complained that like it didn't last or like some pieces fell apart. And they were like, yeah, because like you didn't let me tell you and you didn't let me like pay me for it.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like charging them for the money that like they didn't even pay in the first place. So like there's a lot of creepy like bad stuff like that.
Posing in cosplay is so fun.
Oh,
you're right.
I hate posing.
I love posing.
I don't know how to pose.
You ever remember that?
Like I'm too awkward for that. That's like the one thing I end up like breaking down at.
You just gotta pick characters that don't pose.
Yeah, that's why I picked Mash.
Mash doesn't pose.
All I have to do
senpai.
That I said that a lot at the end to people, and they were like, "That was really funny." Not funny, but they were like, "That was in character," and I was like, "Thank you." Like my last thing, they'd be like, "Can I take a photo?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, senpai." Take a photo, and I like just ran. Or I found other Mash and protagonist characters to take photos of. Oh man, there was this one guy. So Fanime, right, two weeks before Fanime, this new character came out, and at the Fanime FGO convention, I saw that character, like the full cosplay, and I was like, man, that guy definitely rushed this cosplay. Like the character's brand new, but it's really good. The person was really nice too. He was like, "Can you hold my briefcase for a moment for this photo?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." It was interesting. Mm-hmm. What else is there for cosplay? We're not like cosplayers, so.
I mean, we've cosplayed.
We have.
How?
I just mean like professionally or like other ins and like.
We don't have to be professional cosplayers to talk about cosplay.
That's true. But it's good to hear input and stuff like that. I think we kind of covered a lot of different aspects.
Yeah, we talked a lot
cosplay.
about aspects of it. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
If you had to do a next cosplay for like, let's say, there's conventions in the future that we can plan for.
Yeah, sure.
Then what cosplay would you want to do?
I have a couple I want to do. Let's see. I have a lot. I used to, at least. I have like a list. It depends on the series, right? Or like if I'm doing a group.
I don't know. That's on you.
On me. Well, I do want to finish my Yachi or Haikyuu cosplay.
Dawn Patch from Bobobo?
Dang.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dawn Patch. Bo 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 bo.
That's a good series.
I love that series. Jelly Jiggler.
Oh man, I remember watching it late night, but I was always really confused by it. I was like, I didn't know how to handle the show.
Yeah, I just kind of watched it, you know, just for the fun of it.
It's it's like a wild ride. Like, it's great.
Was his name Jelly Jiggler? I swear it's Jelly Jiggler.
Isn't that like a move?
Oh, was it a move?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's... No, his name was something else.
Oh, the blue jelly guy.
In the English dub, his name is Jelly Jiggler.
Are you telling me you want to be Jelly Jiggler?
That'd be so easy.
Would it be?
Yeah. Jelly Jiggler is a character. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
The show is a ride.
Rival to Don Patch. Lovely.
I love it. I always want to do another Fate character.
Another Fate character?
Oh, I always want to do like MASH, but like her final night form.
She could do MASH too.
But I don't have confidence in like my arms.
What? You mean in like how your arms look?
Yeah, or like
I believe your arms look like arms. Did you not know that your arms look
No,
like...
I want to be like buff or something.
You want to be buff? You can't even lift like 5 pounds.
That's why I was like, no confidence.
You like struggle to carry like 10 pounds.
Like, here, let me break it down for you, because my friend was complaining to me about this. For FGO designs, for guys, it's always their midriff and their armpits are showing. Like, they always wear like a crop top, you know? And then there's for girls, it's always like also like the arms and the legs are always showing.
That's true.
There's like specific parts that like people always design, and I'm like, just give me like a full outfit, damn it. Don't give me like underwear or like only
Log Horizon.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, on armor, I do want to try making armor.
More Drid in armor.
I also realized at one point, if you have a character that wears a helmet, you cut all like the makeup and all the other shit you have to deal with, and that's so much easier.
Unless you know what the character looks like under the helmet,
and
then you take off the helmet and people are like, oh.
No, there's a lot of times people just cosplay like with the helmet on, and they just only take it off
Right.
when they go back to change, you know? Have you ever seen people cosplay as AU characters or OCs? Yeah, I have actually.
Really?
I actually found a specific... I was at Fanime. I ran into a person who did a World Trigger character, and right when I found that person, 3 other groups of people were like, 2 of them were doing OC World Trigger characters, and then other people were also World Trigger. We just found each other at the right moment, right when I was leaving to take a photo shoot. That was great.
You all turned to each other.
Oh, I do want to do World Trigger, of course. There's not very many, but that way it's obvious to know like who actually knows the series. I also wanted to do Gurako or Ritsuka, the main female FGO character, along with MASH. Can't do both at the same time though.
I love AU characters.
Alternate
OMG.
universe ones?
Alternate universe. I can't say I've really latched onto any alternate universe.
I love alternate universe.
I know you do. Oh, watching you read fan fiction of, instead of fighting to the death, they both own a cafe.
No, it used to be Flower Shop and Cafe. Now the new one is, oh shoot, what's the new one? New one's like cafe or bakery, and then there's a new one that my friends told me about. I have not seen the rise of it yet, but it's coming.
Roommates in college instead of eternal
and
rivals.
They were roommates. Is it really called? Or fake dating. Ooh.
God.
It's so funny.
Okay, like I wouldn't mind the idea of an AU, but like the ones you talk about like cringe me out pretty hard.
Some of them are cringy, that's true. But some of them, they're just like for memes, you know? Like that.
Scared Potter.
Like, oh god, Harry Potter fanfiction is huge.
We don't talk about Harry Potter around here.
We don't talk about it.
That's a dark fandom.
Shaggy activated his Mangekyo Sharingan.
Shaggy activates his Mangekyo Sharingan.
That fanfic deserves praise. Like, it just perfectly meshed so many things.
Putting Shrek in a genjutsu.
It was good. That was good. And that was like a random one you found too.
Yeah.
What were you
Sometimes I
Googling?
search for cringe fan fictions.
What were you
I
googling?
filtered like slash fics
You mean crossovers?
crossovers. Yeah, no. What's a slash fic?
I don't remember.
Okay.
You mean like a killing, like murder fic?
No, a slash.
Or do you mean like a pairing, shipping kind of fic?
A slash fic is a genre of fan fiction that focuses on romantic relationships between fictional characters of the same sex. No, never mind. Whoops, that's not what I meant.
Oh, I never knew that's actually what it's called.
Really?
No.
Okay, not slash. Okay, technically part of it was a slash fiction, but
I remember back in the day when people would pair ships
No,
with
no.
X. I remember it'd be like blah 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 X blah blah blah. But we've gotten past that.
we
We've
just
evolved.
go names. Narisaku.
Yeah, and then the name pairing. That's a
Sasunaru.
specifically Japanese original thing. But now we use forward slashes, which is a lot easier because damn, having an X in the middle of someone's name. Yeah, Hunter. Yeah, it was such a pain.
No, we use slashes.
Yeah,
That's kind of more boring.
and then back when we used to call it lemons and limes. Ah, yeah, M/M. Yeah. Back when people used to be like, in the beginning of fanfic.
MM.
What would they say? It'd be like, BL, Yowie, boys love, don't read, don't like, don't read.
Lemon.
Yeah, it's like what they would say in the beginning, and I was like, no,
Sick
damn.
fic.
That's how you know it's old. Sick fix?
Yeah.
That's when
Sick
like
fic when one of them's like in the hospital.
Why is that such a specific like
I'm telling
prolific?
I'm telling you, sick fix, like it's the act of like taking care of somebody else who's sick that breeds romance.
Oh. Yeah, I guess I could see that. There's a couple
I mean, who's that author that's made $1 million? The Fault in Our Stars? That's like sick fic 101.
Yeah, you're right.
What's his name?
John Green.
John Green is like, oh yeah, sick fics. Like, yeah, automatically feel bad for the character, so connect with them. Yeah, they're sick.
Damn.
Yeah. Not that they're not touching stories, but
Yeah.
that's an easy way to get there.
Yeah, college AUs. Oh, I love it. Mm-hmm.
You love college AU.
Mm-hmm. It's fun because it's like archetyping characters.
If you
like the Harry Potter one, like, oh, what house or what major would this person go into? People
Ginny.
really like that. What?
Ginny.
Ginny? What about Ginny?
What would her major be?
Her major? Something like artistic.
Artistic.
Like it's our humanities based.
Yeah, possibly.
I think humanities based. But
History.
yeah, see, that's yeah. Nah, not history. Something like I don't know, a little different.
Anthro.
Like public health or something like that.
Public health. That's not even artistic.
Sorry, humanities.
Or That's not even humanities.
Is it? It's not really STEM though.
It is STEM.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh well, I always considered it more like a social science, humanities, about STEM.
You're a social science.
I am. Thank you. Yeah, stuff like that is really.
What if we're
popular.
just an AU of characters from an anime that was infinitely more interesting than our real lives?
I guess that's okay.
And
I
we're
mean,
their AU.
I mean, we wouldn't be like dying per se, would we?
I don't know.
Maybe fanfics are fun because it's nice to see a general life, Sometimes I'm just tired of my favorite characters dying. Just let me see them struggle through ordering at a coffee shop or some shit. Going on a date, stuff like that. I don't know.
I get it. I mean, you just want to, increase the experience of what you want to lengthen your experience of these characters and stuff. That's cool.
Although I have seen some crazy runs like Kuroko Basket, but Avatar. That was insane. It was good. I read some really deep ones, some really good ones. They get really creative too. We should totally do a fanfiction episode in the future.
There's no doubt in my mind that we're going to do a fanfiction episode.
Thought of something banned.
Let's table that for now. We've been talking about fanfiction for a little bit.
Back to cosplay.
Back to cosplaying. AU cosplay. I feel like that would be really hard to like convince people of what you are. Unless you somehow like make it real, like
obvious. I mean, you could have like Smash Bros and do like alternative colors.
What?
Like when you play Smash, right? Like different Kirby colors, different Link colors, stuff like that.
I guess, but how would that be AU? I mean, that doesn't imply AU really.
I guess so.
I would imagine like casually dressed Link.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's like, whoa, you really have to work hard to like get that balance.
Suddenly, I picture lots of cosplay photos of Link in maid dresses popped up. Like a lot of people do that.
Cool.
There's an artist I followed that likes to draw Link as like in maid outfits, so I was like, oh yeah, someone cosplayed that recently. Is FGO not an alternative universe already?
No.
It is, kind of.
But it's in world, so it's not AU.
It's in the Fate world.
It's in world though.
Okay.
It's in canon.
I guess so. For FGO, but not for Fate.
It's still like it's still part of the main like media that is produced, That's not AU.
Yeah, I guess not.
Like, AU's like lives in the minds of the fans.
I think it depends on the series, like per se. People who dress as
You and that phrase recently.
What?
You've been saying per se so often.
I did? Oh dang. Okay, I gotta stop.
No, you don't have to stop. It's just like,
what do you say? Like
it's not too much per se, but you have been saying it per se.
Okay, I got it. But what I was saying was like people who dress as let's say Hero Academia characters, but in casual clothing. Is that technically AU?
No,
maybe not, because
AU.
The characters might wear that every day.
That's not AU.
So if it
was like I don't know, like Deku wearing like a waiter outfit because he's in an AU where he only works at a restaurant, then yeah.
Or he's working at Butler Cafe at the convention.
Yeah, Butler Cafe, Butler Deku.
Or like what about like when Hero Academia had that the RPG fantasy kind of thing? Is that still like not AU?
That's AU.
Okay.
I think because
even though it's kind
it's
of
just
canon.
A fun little thing that they did in the show, but it's still like an alternate universe than the one that they're currently in.
Okay, then I have seen quite a lot of those. It's generally just like small things that get really popular. Like my Haikyuu, I wanted to do Yachi wearing a volleyball outfit. She does not play volleyball in this series, but there's just one artist page where he drew her having a dream about that, and I was like, that's the one I'm gonna do.
You did do technically. You did an AU.
Oh yeah, I kind of did.
You did do an AU cosplay.
Yeah,
that's insane.
There's also big cosplay trends now that I'm thinking about like conventions. Like whatever is big, of course, gets a lot. But say like Hetalia and Attack on Titan.
Oh my god, the Attack on Titan cosplays when they came out.
All over.
My god.
Everyone did it. I mean, it was big. That explains it,
There's definitely like the ones that were like everybody did the cosplay that year,
Yeah, that's what I ment. Like everyone did it. Like Attack on Titan. Yeah. Cleaning Levi. Oh man. What do you call it? The performance masquerades were really big, are big at cons, where people do like performance and cosplay, sometimes in character, sometimes like memes and random stuff. Yeah, there's a Cleaning Levi like strip dance video for a convention.
Sick.
No stripping was included, just cleaning.
Okay.
But there was like a broom. And the person was like, yeah, amazing. Yeah, that was a wild big year, huh? What else
was like everybody did the cosplay? Kill la Kill was pretty big when it came out.
Yeah, I guess so.
A lot of people did the Kill la Kill. One Punch Man. How many bald people who went to the gym decided to go?
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's like some common ones that are popular. I love when people do the powered up gun from Hunter x Hunter, because it's really just a challenge to see how high can you get that hair to go, Like, how do you go around wearing that? Tokyo Ghoul Kaneki was really popular.
This is true.
Some of them did a really good job with the there's one specific guy I saw him at both Anime Expo and Fanime, who did like the back like bend like he does in the anime, and that was really impressive. Also because he has to be able to like get back up while having all that stuff strapped to his back and not break it. Like his props. There's one time
props to his props.
Yes. There's one time in Artist Alley, someone's cosplay got snagged on the table, and like there's a string unraveling as they walked for the whole con, and we had to stop everyone because like people were running into the string and tripping over it.
Wow.
Yeah. There's also bans on stuff like that, like police stuff. Oh, free was really big too.
Free. It's usually like the easy enough to do cosplay, but like really popular show.
Yeah, because
cosplay.
for free, you just have to wear a swimsuit.
Yeah, free. One Punch Man, you just get like a onesie. You get one of those like we call it, those all full body suits or whatever.
Yeah.
And just cut off the head.
Yeah. Also, gender bend cosplays are really common. What do you think about that?
Which one?
Gender bends.
Cool. I'm all for it. Whatever.
Yeah, right? I mean,
I have no issues with people cosplaying.
It's kind of cool because it's interesting to see like what people would do. There are some small issues of like the weird gender bend itself, but like, yeah.
Some indie JRPGs got big, like Wada no Hara. What's Wada no Hara? I can't say I've ever heard that one. What?
I feel like I've heard of it and I just can't remember it until I see it. So we're gonna Google that. What else was big? Actually, Penguin Drum was really big for a while, but that was before I went to conventions. But I saw a lot of cosplays of it on DeviantArt a long time ago.
Okay.
Oh, super cute.
I don't know what this is. Wada no Hara and the Great Blue Sea.
Well, it is an indie, so maybe
it looks cute.
It looks really cute. It reminds me of Ib.
Ib?
Ib.
Ib?
It's Ib.
Ib?
Okay, yeah, Ib. Whatever.
Yeah, Ib, thanks.
Eve, yeah. Because her name's supposed to rhyme with Eve.
Ib.
Yeah. That was a good, nice indie one, too, I guess. Actually, never played it, but it got really big.
I don't know how people got art of the characters from that. Like, it's a
community game makers. Yeah.
From a similar
I like to see the indie cosplay. That is nice.
We should do a cave story.
Yeah, let's do a cave story cosplay.
You can be Curly Brace.
I'm gonna have to like not dye my skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not dye your skin. Yeah, Curly Brace.
Oh, Yume Nikki fan art.
Nikki fan art.
Yes. Also, Nani Nuna, I saw your art on Instagram. It looks great. Keep at it.
Yume Nikki. I know Yume Nikki.
It's the other one that
I think I played
before
it.
Eve. I think.
Yes, I definitely played this.
I think this one.
I definitely played this.
I think this one came first, and a lot of like creepy horror indie games came out afterward. A lot of people are calling this one like Yume Nikki, kind of like the first of this group or whatever.
This
genre. No problem. Kind of this genre.
This genre.
There was a couple other ones that came out after it, so people kind of group it together. But it was like the first. Yeah, I want to do Cave Story. Cave Story, FGO.
Curly Brace would be kind of hard.
I kind of always wanted to do Kage Pro, but it's a little like not as new anymore. But I like the character enough to do it. The only problem is she wears a scarf, and I don't think I can do that in the summer. Like the conventions here are always really in the summer, so. What? You looked up Curly Brace?
Oh God, it's all fan art. There we go.
It's all kind of cringy.
Yeah, Cave Story did not get the good fan art that it deserves.
Funny enough, there's some series that just don't get like fan fiction or fan art or cosplay. Even though there's a lot of good stuff. Oh yeah, we could do that too.
Never got it. Never got the love. We got to give it the love. But then you risk if you do like a not well known cosplay, you risk the chance of just nobody knowing who you are.
No, but then that's how you find
which
the people.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter really.
But yeah, but that's how you find the people who know what you are. Like when Hero Academia just came out, I ran into some artists who actually like I only found 2 artists who drew it, and they were like super excited. I also love it. There was a rare pair for FGO that I found on the last day of Anime Expo, and then I found out they liked World Trigger, and I was just like, I love you.
Rare pair.
Rare pairs. Yeah, it's nice to find someone. You know, it's kind of like they call you out on it because they're like, oh, it's you. You know, but that's exciting. But I'm really bad at photos. But it's fun. Yeah, if you guys haven't cosplayed, I'd recommend it. And if you have, like, you know, share some with us. Keep at it if you want to. I want to get into making props one day.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, like in some episodes we talk about like how something affects the community, the anime community or whatever. But I don't know. I'd want to say for cosplay, like, just have some fun.
Yeah, you can just, relax.
Just don't think about it and just do it. And then,
it's
as somebody who's done it, just do it.
It's fun. It is cool to do it as a group, but like, if you don't have to, you can do it by yourself too. I did that my first 2 times.
Me too. Just don't fear,
Yeah.
It's all love for the cosplay. Is DramaCon an accurate depiction of cons? What's DramaCon?
DramaCon.
Cons do carry a lot of drama.
That they always do. I mean, there's also like
I feel like I'm never part of cons in drama.
Yeah, I'm not. But
I'm never part of drama in cons. But like, I feel like there's people that tell me about how cons went and like all the fucking politics that happened, and I'm just like, no, I walked around Artist Alley and then I sat down for a while and then I went to the exhibits.
My experience at cons is like, I go to Artist Alley and I buy stuff and I continue that. I go to occasional like guest events, but I'm just an Artist Alley fan.
Yeah, I mean, it's always like, after the convention closed, like, I got invited with a bunch of other like people, and we went to a hotel room together, and we started getting drinks, and then da ba la ba 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 la ba ba ba,
Yeah, and I'm like, I went back with my friends, and we watched a movie. And we went to sleep.
Exactly right. It's like a completely normal con experience, and people just can't have that.
Yeah, I don't know why, but
it's because they're looking for it.
I guess
it's true,
but it's different for everyone. Oh, what do you call that one? My sister took me to it one time. It's like a steampunk Victorian style, kind of it's like kind of a con. It only happens once a year. Damn, I don't remember what it's called. But I would say people who dress up for that kind of are cosplaying too. It's like Maker's Fair? Yeah, I think it's called Maker's Fair. And it's kind of like an innovative steampunk themed event. And it's really cool actually to see what people come up with. And some people do cosplay in like steampunk clothes. I really like that. I kind of consider that cosplay as well, even though there's not like a specific character. That's a lot of work put into it.
Anyway, going back to this comment about DramaCon, we can't really answer because before I had Googled this, I had no idea what DramaCon was. Neither did you, right? Looks like it's a manga. It's an original English language manga. Wow.
Oh, that's kind of rare.
I know, right?
Or as I call it,
looks like it's about people who cosplay. Or people who go to cons, at least. Like manga debuts.
That sounds kind of fun, though.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It definitely shows its age on this cover, though.
Yeah, but it looks nice.
Yeah, it looks nice.
We'll have to get back to it.
Can't really say, yeah. We'll have to get back to it. All right. Should we wrap her up? Anything else about cosplay?
Not really. Just, if you're going to do it, have fun with it. Try not to take it too hard like I do and I freak out every time. But yeah, I get excited thinking about like what could I do for a con in the future? How am I going to dress up and have fun with it? Gotta start thinking about how I'm going to pose really early.
The poses.
I'll just hide behind you.
It's an anime, so you every picture that you take has to be in 3/4.
Yeah, basically.
You do the 3/4 pose.
3/4. Actually, all you really need.
Can you physically do the 3/4 pose? Like.
Yeah, you just turn to the side a little bit.
It would look like perfectly like usual anime profile.
Kind of. I mean, I think what I really needed was a prop. I just need a prop to like hold
hide
so
behind.
My hands aren't like.
Be Maple
there.
from Shield Girl.
Yeah, I mean, if I was MASH, I would also just put the shield in front of me or something like that. But yeah, I think I'll make a prop next time. It'd be fun to have something. But if I always wanted to do like a group cosplay.
One day.
It's also hard to keep the group together, for photos. But yeah.
True that.
All right.
Okay, so that should end our little cosplay episode. We have to decide what our series Saturday is going to be.
Ooh. What are we going to do?
We have to review a series. But what series should we pick?
Should we pick the one that we've seen?
Yes.
Okay. What have we seen?
What have we seen? We've seen anime.
Have we? Really?
Nah, no way.
Nah. Should we pick a series that we know is bad?
Should we pick a bad series? Girl, I've been waiting for you to say that since episode 1.
I mean, but like bad in what way, you know?
Super bad in all ways.
In all ways. I mean, I was thinking like we were talking about Shaft before.
Ooh.
I kind of want to rewatch Kage Pro, but you haven't seen it. Black Bible.
Black.
You know, I
Bible.
actually haven't seen it, but I have heard things. Darker Than Black. That's a good series though. But one day,
pick a bad one.
One day we'll talk about that one, or I will talk about that one. But yeah, yeah, because otherwise I don't think I've seen a Shaft anime other than Kage Pro. And Monogatari.
Yes, Monogatari
doesn't really count because like that's
counts.
I've only seen the movie.
Shaft.
Mm-hmm.
You want to do a Shaft series? What Shaft series are you thinking of?
That's what
Kage
I just
Pro?
told you. Yeah, you haven't seen it though.
All right, Kage Pro.
You ready to get into Vocaloid?
Hell no.
All right.
I'm not gonna get into anything. I thought you said you were picking something that's definitely bad.
It's bad. The anime is bad.
Earlier this episode, you were like, I always wanted to do Kage Pro.
Okay, Kage Pro, the series by itself, which like is a series of like music videos and Vocaloid, that's solid. The anime adaptation, oh man, Shaft really missed the mark. So let's talk about that. And its horrible CG scene that randomly happened.
Heck yeah.
We'll talk about it on Saturday, and I'll introduce Josh to more Vocaloid for once. All right, you excited?
Yes.
No, you're not excited.
I'm so ready.
That's a lot of hesitation right there. All right, well, thank you for watching and hanging out with us. Any final thoughts?
Check out our social media pages. Instagram.
Twitter.
Facebook.
YouTube.
Yeah, all those.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I especially on Instagram and Twitter, since we were late today a little bit, I posted on there ahead of time. And thank you for coming out on a different day too. You can also let us know if like this day is better than Tuesdays, but it depends on.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Take care. We love you. Have a good night.
Peace.